Please. All right. So there are a couple things that we need to know for our classwork today. First thing that we need to remember, and this should not be a surprise to you. If it is, that means we did not write down in our planners yesterday. This is fourth hour, so that means on Thursday, we will have a Greece physical and political geography quiz. You should have a pretty good idea of the physical geography. We're going to learn about the political geography starting today. Now, as far as classwork goes for today, remember we always go to modules. If you look at the classwork for today, we're finishing the physical geography of Greece. Show of hands, how many people were able to finish the vocab slides from yesterday? If you were not, or if you did not, that's okay. If you did, that's great, but honestly, I kind of planned it. There was more work than you could have gotten done in one class period yesterday. So if you didn't finish the Google slides, that's okay. If you're only like 2 slides in, that's a bit of a problem. You should probably be about 2/3 or halfway to 2/3 of the way done, okay? So, cool. So, your first priority, first order of business is to make sure that we're finishing the work from yesterday. So when you look at our link for today, one of the things that I did is I put a link today to yesterday's classwork. So if you didn't finish the classwork from yesterday, you can go to today's classwork and click the link, or you can just open it in yesterday's classwork. Either one is okay. Okay? So your first order of business to make sure those slides are done. Remember, if you click on this, is that going to take you to your slides that you made? No. Your slides are in your Google Drive. When you go to turn those slides in, are you going to share them with Mr. Seymour on Google Drive? No. Turn them in through Canvas. If you don't remember how to turn them in on Canvas, I linked that video on how to turn in digital work into yesterday's classwork. So if you don't remember how to do it, watch the video. Okay? Second order of business. Yesterday, I put, it's about a 15-minute video where I'm talking about the physical geography of Greece and start to talk about the political geography of Greece. Okay, so that video is going to explain what the Peloponnesus is, what the Isthmus is, what the Greek mainland is. It's going to show you on a Google map, on a Google Earth, where this stuff is. Make sure you watch that video. The other reason that video is important is because that is where I tell you what you need to know for this quiz that you have on Thursday. So there are parts of the video where I'm like, you absolutely need to know this for the quiz. This is the stuff you need to know for the quiz. That is in the video that is in yesterday's classwork. So make sure you're watching that 15-minute video that explains what the Peloponnesus is, what the Isthmus is, and all that sort of stuff. You look confused. Do you have a question? You good? Okay. All right. So the new work for today. There is a blank map that we are going to be working on. So once you have finished the Google Slides, once you have watched the video, you're going to come up and you're going to get this map. It's a blank map of Greece. Now, this map's a little bit weird because the lighter part is land, the darker part is water. I know a lot of times that's opposite. So what you're looking at, this lighter stuff is actually the land, this darker stuff is water. Okay? With this map, there is a sheet that tells you what you need to be looking for. So this is the sheet that tells you what you need to be looking for. I have like just a few paper copies of this, but this is on Canvas. So that way you can look at what you need to label your map with on Canvas and then label it on the paper map. On this sheet or on Canvas, you will see there are numbers next to the little places. Those numbers tell you what page in the textbook you need to look for. So for example, if the paper is telling you that you need to look on page 219 in your textbook, you're going to look on page 219. There will be a map there that will show you where to find what you need. Okay? So that's the big thing we are doing today. I am not expecting the map to be done today? Because there's kind of a lot to do in it. There's like 10 or 11, well, there's 15 things that you have to do with it. Okay? So, you will have time today to work on the map. You will have time on Thursday on our block day to work on the map, or Wednesday if you're an even hour student, to work on the map. So if you don't get the map finished today, it is not homework. You can work on it in class Thursday. Now, with that being said, you definitely should finish the slides today. You definitely should watch the video today, and you should be able to get started on the map. And honestly, that first part of the map, the physical geography part where it has the like Mediterranean Sea, Ionian Sea, Aegean Sea, you should be able to get that part done because you should kind of have an idea of where that stuff is. Just a minute, there's somebody who had asked to go first. Any questions on what we are doing today for class? Okay, because of the good choices that your hour made, we will work with the lights on blue. Remember, what are our champs for working in the hallway? What should our communication level be? Yeah. 0 or 1, not a 2. Because remember, if 1 or 2 people are talking at a level 2 voice, that's an okay inside voice. If we got a classroom full of people talking at level 2 voice, it gets way too loud. Okay? What about movement? Where are you able to move to? Yeah. Out in the hallway, but remember, if you choose to stay in here, you need to stay in here. If you're going to work out there, you need to work out there. We're not going back and forth, back and forth. Last thing, remember, as far as like participation, inside the classroom, this is our quiet zone. So if you're somebody who wants to just listen to music and work, if you need a quiet place to work, inside the classroom, we treat that like the lights are red. If you're going to be working with a partner or a small group, that needs to happen in the neighborhood. In here is a quiet zone. Any questions on that? Okay, success looks like getting your slides done, getting the video watched, and getting started on the map work. Thank you for your time.